Hey guys, this is Blake from Blake Space, and I'm bringing this video because I want to explain to you why I believe Chains of Honor is the best mercenary armor for the Nova Energy Shield Sorceress. And this has not been on any build guides as far as I've seen. And this blows Fortitude out of the water from my personal experience, and I'm going to explain to you in detail why it's better. I just want to say the reason I am not using my camera for this video is because I put my whole studio away. I don't feel like getting out my lights, my camera, my green screen. It's just a serious project to make this short video. I just want to inform you guys of what my personal experience has shown me is the best, and I think this is my favorite build. And this upgrade of using Chains of Honor, I feel like it is so worth it. It's so worth it. So, Chains of Honor for a Nova Energy Shield Sorceress. Here are the reasons why this is better than Fortitude, which is recommended in all the build guides that I have seen. First of all, the +2 to all skills. You might be wondering, how important is that? Well, that boosts your prayers, the prayer aura for your mercenary up from, I believe it's 25 to 29. Actually, yeah, we can just check. Yeah, 25 to 29. And that extra 4 might not seem like a lot, but when it's synergizing with the 700% that comes from the 17 meditation, level 17 meditation aura from the insight, that comes out to, that's like 32 extra healing, because you multiply it times 8, 700%, you multiply it times 8 to get the number, and it just makes a huge difference in how well your mercenary survives. But most importantly, it will keep you alive when poison is a threat. Poison, you might see your life go down slightly, or you might see it stay the same, or you might even see it go up while poisoned. And I've found that wearing this armor with the extra +2 skills, it makes all the difference in how well you deal with poison. All right, next we're going to move on to 200% damage to demons and 100% damage to undead. That partially makes up for the 300% damage that you're getting from wearing Fortitude. And let's move on to 8% life stolen per hit. That's taking you from, let's assuming you have a 10% life leech in Dariel's Visage. This would take you all the way up to 18%, which is going to make a huge difference in how well your character is going to survive. All right, the 80% enhanced defense. Okay, so yeah, it's not as much as the Fortitude, but you're going to quickly see why. It will, for one, the 8% extra life leech is going to help him stay alive even better than the extra defense. So moving on to the 20 to strength, more damage, more for that 18% life leech. Replenish life, that +7. I'm not sure, but I'm assuming that it also possibly gets that 700% increase, which would be an extra 56 to replenish life. Now, the all resistances +65. You might be saying to yourself, why do I need that? My mercenary already has max resistances. 2 reasons why. The first reason is so you don't have to worry about putting a Rao rune in your Indariel's Visage. You can just put a 15% increased attack speed and get more life leech, help him stay alive even better. And see, that's what I did with mine. I just put a 15% increase, and oh yeah, it adds 27% enhanced damage. That was what I had laying around at the time. But the second reason why this extra resistances is so important is when your mercenary gets hit with Conviction Aura, those extra resistances will keep his resistances from plummeting to such a level where he dies instantly. This has been tremendously beneficial for me doing Travancore runs. When my mercenary gets hit procced with Conviction Aura and he's getting hit by Hydras, he just stays alive so much better with that extra resistance. And then moving on to the physical damage reduced by 8%. Yeah, obviously that's a good thing to have. The 25% better chance of getting magic items. That adds right on to your magic find. So if he gets the final kill, which isn't too likely, when you're using an energy shield Nova Sorceress, your mercenary is just there to give you the prayer and to give you the meditation aura. He's not going to really do many kills because you're going to kick so much ass you don't fucking need him. So that is all the reasons why, and from my personal experience, this just outperforms Fortitude tremendously. Now, I'm going to move on, and I'm going to explain now at this point all of my character's items and why I use them, and it's basically what you'll see on a guide, but I'll give you the full explanation of how things help. All right, so starting this off, first of all, Griffin's Eye for the negative to lightning resist. I happen to have mine is perfect on the negative lightning resist, and then of course I put a 5/5 facet in it. Mine was the absolute worst roll on the plus to lightning skill damage, but for this build that really doesn't matter, and here is why. Because that is just adding on to your there it's adding on, see, 513 to lightning skill damage. It just adds on to a very high percentage already, so it makes very little difference. I'm wearing the Infinity Scythe. Now, why a scythe? Because it's the most badass looking, and there are ones with lower requirements, but by the time you put an Anilius charm on, or Annihalus, is the pronunciation that I found off the internet, or you put on a torch. By the time you put on one of those, you reach the requirements without using any stat points, so it doesn't matter. This is the most badass looking, so you always go with the scythe. Mine, the only thing that really matters about it is when you're using it as a self-wielding item for the scythe, you really just need the highest negative to enemy lightning resistance possible, and it ranges from negative 45 to negative 55. I rolled awesome here with negative 53. This is one of my most happy rolls ever. It's just awesome. So moving on. We'll go to the amulet here. So the reason I'm using this crafted amulet instead of just using a whatchamacallit, Mars Kaleidoscope, sorry, is because I need the extra 10% faster cast rate to hit the 105. I am exactly on the 105, and you need the extra 10% cast rate regardless if you're going to do this build, no matter what you use, because this is the only way to do it properly. You're getting the 30% faster cast rate from your Skin of Viper Magi. You're getting your +1 to skills, and I found that the best thing to do with this is put the lightning fast in it. I don't have a perfect one in this one, but pretty close. The magic damage reduced by at the bottom, that actually does matter for this build. It really can make a difference because you're an energy shield sorceress and so little damage is going to life that it matters to have a higher roll on that. It ranges from 10 to at least 13. I'm afraid I don't know at this moment how far it goes. So 11's not a great roll, but the $34 resistance kind of makes up for it. So Mage Fist, because you need the extra 20% faster cast rate. The 1 to fire skills is boosting your warmth for mana regeneration, plus you're getting the mana regeneration at the bottom there, 25%, plus the 12% gives you a 37%. That's a nice boost. Stone of Jordan is the only rings you want to use on this build. The extra mana is just priceless, plus the 1 null skills and the 20 to mana. It's just, you have to have these rings on this build. Arachnid Mesh, because you need the extra cast rate, you need the 1 to skills, and it boosts your mana. This is just a no-brainer right here. So Sandstorm Treks. The reason you want to use these, if you look over at my resistances right now, you will see that the only thing that is maxed is poison, and everything else looks horrible. And the reason for that is because poison is the one thing that does not go to your energy shield. It goes directly to your life. So you need the maximum resistance there to stay alive. Now, your mana shield doesn't use resistances. And since you have almost entirely in this build, I have 94%. 94% damage absorbed by my energy shield. And so you don't have to worry about resistances because it's only 6% of the damage the resistances actually apply to. I do great with this. Like even with my negative 45 to lightning resist, I can storm in on a crowd of those lightning pieces of shit that piss me off in the World Stone, right? You know, when you're trying to get ready to do your bail run, and if you can get ethereal, it drops the strength requirement from 91 down to 81, which is nice because you need every bit of energy, every bit of mana you can possibly get on this character for maximum performance. So now moving down, of course, these are all lightning skill charms. I only have one with life. The rest, gold, and the rest are plain. And then, of course, I have a perfect lightning sunder charm. You're just gonna you just need to be able to pierce everything because you're gonna do it all yourself. Your mercenary's not helping you. So earlier I forgot to explain my swap weapons. Obviously, call to arms, and I just happen to have a 6 of battle orders. And for the shield, now you're not going to be able to wear a spirit shield because you're not going to get near enough strength to do so. You want to wear a +1 to skill shield. Lidless Wall's best because you're getting that extra fast cast rate, which is going to help you to do your pre-buffs faster, especially if you're using a macro that's going to bang it out really fast and you're able to tweak the seconds, the microseconds to, like, that's what I do, and what you're going to see in a moment. I'm going to show you just how fast I cast all of my pre-buffs with pressing one button. So when you add up the -53 to enemy lightning resist and the -5 here and the -25 here, you get a -83%. Now, when I am facing lightning immune characters, the Sunder Charm takes it down to 95%, and then this level 12 Conviction Aura, it faces the 1/5 rule where it only applies 1/5 of the negative resistance. Now, it starts at 85, -85 resistance, and with that 1/5 rule, it comes down to 17. You add the 17 to the 83, boom, 100%. Negative lightning resist. Now, I believe the Sunder Charm will take it down to 95%. So with that -100, you come out to -5% for enemy for lightning immunes. So I crush lightning immunes with this build more than any other build I can think of when it comes to crushing the immunity. There's just no. I don't even have to pay attention to who's lightning immune and who's not. I just crush them all like they're the same. So I've got a 17 to life, 17 to mana small charm. First of all, your charms need to have mana. That is the most important thing, not life. You can forget about life completely with this build. You want to try to get those 17 to manas, and this is my best charm. I love that it has life too in case I get blood mana cursed. 16 life, 16 to mana, 17 to life, 11 to mana. Love these small charms. 17 to mana. It's nice having that a little bit of extra run walk. It's nice how the Infinity gives you an extra 35% run walk and gives you 30% better chance of getting magic items. Those boosts are some that people don't think about normally with Infinity because they're used to putting them on a mercenary, but they're really beneficial when you're wearing it yourself. What else do we got here? 17 to mana, 1 to strength. That just allows you to put 1 extra point to energy. 17 to mana, 16. So these two, I got 2 5% faster hit recoveries because the only other thing I have for faster hit recovery is the boots, and getting from 20% up to 30%, helps. I think even going to 25 boosted it up 1 frame per second, but going to 30, I know boosted it up more. So I like having, because you're going to be directly in the action. Faster hit recovery does make a difference with this character. And mana and Magic Find, because this build is horrible for Magic Find. and I got lucky as hell. This is this okay. So this Annie was the I think third one I found. This torch, the first torch I found was a 2020 Paladin torch, and man, I just couldn't believe it. But like the American ego inside of me got a little upset, wishing that it was a sorceress torch. Like, why couldn't I have just been more grateful? But I found this one on like the fourth run. All I needed was paladin and sorceress, and I just got as lucky as you can possibly be. So that explains the build. All right, real quick, we're going to go over my stat points and skills. For stats, pretty simple here. Enough strength to wear your items. Enough dexterity to wear your items, which you shouldn't have to put a single point to. Vitality, you put nothing to this. Everything you put to energy, as much as you possibly can. That's going to keep you alive. Skills, 1 point to frozen armor because you're going to need the extra defense being right in the action. That's it for cold skills, of course. Now on lightning, you are just one here as a prerequisite, one here as a prerequisite, one here. You're going to put 1 point to thunderstorm, and that's because you're maxing out static field, which is the synergy for it. So it's going to get some pretty decent damage. The reason you're maxing out static field to begin with, though, is because it synergizes with Nova. So you're going to max out Nova, the static field. You're going to max out telekinesis because of the damage reduced to the energy shield. And energy shield, you see mine's at 91%, but by the time I swap my weapons, it comes up to 93, and then by the time I cast battle command, it comes up to 94, which I honestly don't even know if you want to get it that high. I think maybe like 92, 93 is the best number, because your life's not going to take much of a hit, and your energy, your mana's going to go down quickly. Of course, you want to max out Lightning Mastery too. You want to max out Static Field, Nova, Lightning Mastery, Almost Energy Shield, and you want to max out Telekinesis. Now, 1 point to Warmth, but actually, no, more than 1 point. You're going to want to put your extra skill points here. Like, you kind of want to balance. You're going to want to tweak between Warmth and Energy Shield where you're putting your final skill points. That's it for the skills, and that's it for the stat points. One thing I've forgot to mention is, you want to up your Skin of Viper Magi, and you want to up your Mage Fist just to get that extra defense. So it's enhanced by the frozen armor, and it's going to help you stay alive in the thick of it. All right, guys, I'm going to do a Travancore run, and then we're going to do a Bell run. Now, first, I want you guys to notice, watch when I do my pre-buff. I'm using a macro where I press one button, and it casts all 5 pre-buffs. It does the swapping weapons, and then it switches to teleport, so I'm ready to go. Watch this. I'll do it again real quick. I just press one button. If you guys want to know how to do that, if I get enough comments, I'll try my best to teach you guys how to do it. Now, this is on player 8 settings. Keep that in mind while you judge how fast I kill. I just want to show you guys what it's like to play in a full player game. Do this by yourself. Look at my mana. Look at my life. Look at my mercenary's life. I'm surprised it even took me this long to kill them all, to be honest. Look at this. Look. My mercenary, look at me. Like, this is nothing. Now, alright, we're going to go do a bail run real fast. And yes, we're going to continue to stay at player 8 settings. Do another pre-buff here real quick. You guys might be noticing up in the left corner there's a map that doesn't really show anything. That's because I have it just there because I have to have the map turned on for my map hack to work. And yes, I'm using map hack, which is visible in the left corner, but you guys can't see it. It's not being displayed right now. Alright, so yeah, player 8 settings, watch this shit. See, notice the poison. There's a really strong poison from that boss, and I'm telling you, the Chains of Honor, the extra boost. Look at that. I don't even struggle. I got 665 life. See, look at that. I don't have to run from the Hydras. Nothing. This build is boss. Now, I do teleport up here for this because I can die from the last two waves if I'm not careful. Yep, I stay up here for the last two waves, but look at that. Player 8 settings. I shoot 2-3 static fields real quick. Oh, this one was a little sloppy, but it was still really fast. That's it, guys. That's what I got for you. I hope you enjoyed the video. And yeah, I really just made this video because just for something to do. I'm not even. I'm out of the game now. I really wanted to. I've been wanting for a while now to share with people how important Chains of Honor is for this build because it has made a lot of a difference. Fuck Fortitude. Get Chains of Honor. That's all I got for you guys. Have a good one. Peace.